Another area where the death and money really overlap is in the desire of people to just not think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, again, as I mentioned, like a lot of people really manage their money or manage their long-term decisions, both as if they'll never die, which is very common, but I think also, and I hate to say it, as if they'll never be old.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's just really, that's pretty closely tied up with not wanting to die. But for example, it's very difficult for a lot of people to start saving for retirement because on some level, they don't ever want to picture themselves being old, or maybe on a morbid level feel that they won't get to that place. But ultimately, you're going to be that age someday and will want to not have to work. And if you do not allow yourself to envision a time when that is your life, you will never find the incentive to delay your gratification and to put money toward this very abstract thing. But similarly, on the other side, there are people like that. And then there are people who almost hoard money and
Mm-hmm.
save for the idea of saving and really reduce down all of their little joys and little moments for years at a time because they want to start living a certain way at a certain age. And something that I say all the time on TFD is like, you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. There is absolutely no guarantee that you will be alive at any given time. So the idea of planning for a life which meaningfully begins at a certain age is just frankly naive. And I have found that in embracing an idea of your life that is very finite and thinking of death as something that is always just kind of around and maybe more or less present at certain times reminds you to be much more present and grateful about the things that you are currently enjoying, that you can use it as like a way to live a better life.
I love that. And I feel like right now, age 35, I'm kind of just reaching that point where I
Yeah.
feel like that balance is present because something that was a real game changer for me is automatic saving and automatic investing. And so I know what I'm going to make every month, and it comes in, and I have four different savings accounts, high yield interest savings accounts. And I have my retirement account, and I have two retirement accounts, my Roth IRA and my solo 401k. And I have an individual investment account. And when the money shows up in my bank, within a few days, it gets sent out to those places. It gets, yeah, just automatic whoosh, it gets sent out to those places. And the thing that I like about that is one, it doesn't matter at all how much money you are making, you can still do that same thing. You can send $100 to each of your savings accounts every month, or you can send $5 each
Totally.
month to each of those savings accounts. And so you don't have to be wealthy to do this. And Lord, do I wish I had been doing this 10 years ago, because my financial situation would be really different. Then I
Right.
would be even further along in my desire and in my quest to have more freedom
Yeah.
because my finances are working for me. So because I don't have, by making a strong decision about how much I want to save and how much I want whisked away to those savings account and how much I want whisked away to those investment accounts and retirement accounts, what is left over I consider to be my money for joy and for
Yeah.
fun. And
Yeah.
obviously I pay my bills, but what is left over is money that I can guilt-free
Right.
spend.
That becomes, yeah, that is no longer burdened with the feeling that you should be doing
That I
something
should be
better with.
saving it
Yeah.
because I know what I'm saving
Right.
and I know that it's going off and I can clicky click into my savings accounts and be like, look at that, my savings. And
Totally.
it feels good because I do have some hoarder tendencies. I do have some, but like we went to Hawaii because that's where I'm from. And when I was young, we used to go on this submarine because that's a thing you do like with your school group in
Sweet.
Hawaii. Yeah. And my boyfriend and I went on a submarine ride and it was like, $300, $400, but it was so rad. You see sharks and turtles and dolphins. And that was an experience that I was totally willing to spend money on. And I didn't have the guilt of like, oh my God, I should never have spent that because I know that I'm saving. I know that I'm investing.